I'd like to call the Board of Public Works of December 4th to order. We'll start off with roll call, clerk.
Alderman Tom Grotti. Alderman Ted Grotti. Alderman Rapella.
Here.
Alderman Nichols.
Here.
Alderman Eisenach.
Here.
Alderman Sevnik.
Here.
Alderman Hammond.
Here.
Alderman Lewis.
Here.
All are present.
All right, thank you for that, clerk. First item is people from the public that would like to speak. Again, people from the public that would like to speak. One left. So anyways, moving on, then we'll move on to the minutes to approve. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the Board of Public Works minutes dated 11/20/23.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded by Alderman Hammond. Any further discussion or correction? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Those are approved. Item E, we have discussion and action item. The first item is a street use application for the First Eve, Sunday, December 31st, from 11 to 12:30 p.m. With Community Forward. Before we make a motion, I would like to have Laura speak on this.
Yes, thank you, Chair. So I have been in contact pretty consistently with the event coordinator for this, and at this time, the fireworks portion of the event is up in the air barring funding.
No pun.
No pun. So we would like to still proceed with the event as a whole for approval. But in the conversations we've had, that I have had both with Chair and with the event coordinator, we feel that if we would, at Board of Public Works, provide a conditional approval to have full approval at the council meeting at the next council. So a final decision basically by council approval for this event.
Okay.
So it would be conditional pending fireworks status, I guess, if
With
you will.
all the department heads signing off, you're saying?
Correct. And
Okay.
all of the department heads have signed off except fire because of the fire permit and that bit being up in the air.
right.
But all the other departments have approved.
Alderman Grotti.
Thank you, Chair. I guess I'm a little confused by this whole action item on this, because a couple weeks ago in the council meeting, this was on there as a communication saying that wouldn't happen because of certain funding or because of whatever it might been. And there's nothing presented to us at the time saying, hey, upon this, this, and that, we might look at this again. So I don't know how this got on the agenda for the Public Works. I don't know if the chair has, if he talked to the organizer or whatever.
I did not, but I know
did
that
not know.
the Public Works Director did, and then communicated it to me and indicated that we could potentially approve this with conditions, because he would have three options: one, not to have it at all; one without fireworks; and one with fireworks if he could get the funding and the time. So my feeling was, let's give the chairman of that the time if he still thinks he can raise the funds for fireworks. And maybe this is a good time too for people who are watching. They may want to donate to Community Forward, but that's where we are. So I mean, if Laura wants to address more to that, you can.
Not really have to, because it has been an ongoing thing for many years, and you hate
Right.
to see it just end.
Right.
But I thought it did just end based on our last council meeting.
In conversations that I've had, it's been, there's, as Chair stated, Stan, that there's options A, B, and C, more or less, as he explained. So I think these next 2 weeks would be telling. We will need, for agenda finalization, I did pass along that we need it by end of day Wednesday before council. We need a decision for agenda inclusion or not. So we will know then, and it'll either be struck from the meeting or revised or status quo.
And
So
the insurance was paid for.
insurance
so-
is covered, paperwork is completed, everything is finalized except for the fireworks. So we're just trying to give them the opportunity, to see if the rabbit can be pulled out of the hat, I guess, or something comes through for the next week and a half. And we will have a final decision. We were told, or I told him, there has to be a final decision for agenda for the next council meeting on the 18th.
Alderman Nichols.
Thank you, Chair. I think my question is for Attorney Struve. I know we've forwarded things from committee in the past, street use applications, that to get them out of committee and on the council agenda. In this case, what would be the appropriate motion?
If the intent would be to allow for this event, and the chair's intent is to hope for the fundraising to occur, probably a contingent motion. So move for approval contingent on the fireworks permit, the funding, if that's what the chair intends, and I think
It
that's
isn't really up to
so-
me, it's what's being proposed. I just think that you give him a couple more weeks, and if he still wants to have the event, he can have the event, just minus the fireworks. So with that, did that answer your question, Alderman Nichols?
I'll follow up with a question to you.
Okay,
What's
what's the condition?
yes, how do you want to get this out of committee? Because
I-
I'm willing to get it out of committee
Right.
for you. I just want to know.
Well, we have to just add a condition that we don't approve this unless, if he's, well, that's a good question.
How about a contingent upon staff approvals and,
And the fire department's
And permitting, yeah, the permitting.
if you want to make that motion, your mic is on.
Paperwork.
okay. Move to forward to Common Council and recommend the approval of the street use application for First Eve, Sunday, December 31st, 2023, 11 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. for Community Forward Incorporated, contingent upon staff approvals and firework permits,
If needed. Right?
if required.
Yeah. Did you get that last part, clerk? Okay.
And that would allow the opportunity for the event without fireworks.
Right.
Thank you.
Is there a second? I'll second that. Motion's been made and then seconded by Alderman Rapella. Any further questions? Should we take a roll call? Sure, let's be safe. You have to hit your mic and then let it. Yeah. Okay.
Technical difficulty. There we go.
Got to vote twice on this one.
Did that a couple weeks ago too.
Okay. Clerk? Motion carries.
Motion
8-0.
carries 8-0.
Okay, thank you. Moving on then to the change order. I'll entertain a motion at this time for the change order.
Motion to approve the change order for Summers Construction Company Incorporated, 2023-03, street reconstruction, Warsaw Street. We're going to subtract $1,900 $994.35. This is change order number 1 and final. So we overpaid them. We're getting money back.
Well, we didn't pay them, it's just, it's a deduction, basically.
Deduction.
Second.
So is there a second? Alderman Ted Grady, second. Laura, do you want to help out, or Corey,
Thank you.
the commissioner?
Thank you. So the change order is the deduct or the subtraction lowering of the contract. This is basic quantities were estimated slightly higher. And then also with the final payment, it was just a nominal amount of $2,000. We were trying to work some other stuff out with them. So that's why we had withheld the $2,000 for the payment, just to kind of lump those both together. So this will close out Warsaw Street.
Okay, anything further? Let's take roll call, please.
Motion carries 8-0.
Okay, now we have a payment on the docket. I'll entertain a motion for that.
I'll make a motion to make payment to Summers Construction Company Incorporated, 2023-03, street reconstruction of Warsaw Street of $2,000, payment number 3 and final.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded by Alderman Hammond. This is self-explanatory, unless anyone has any questions. I guess then we'll take a roll call.
Motion carries 8-0.
All righty, moving on then. We have another payment.
I'll make a motion for payment to Farner Asphalt Sealers LLC, 2023-04, asphaltic concrete pavement crack sealing, various city streets, $58,125. This is payment number 1 and final.
Is there a second? Second by Alderman Nichols. Are you sure it's asphaltic?
I am positive it is
Okay.
asphaltic.
All right.
I heard
Inside
that from
joke.
another alderman, and he guided me through it.
Okay, so any questions? All right. I think this too is self-explanatory, so we will take a roll call.
Motion carries 8-0.
All right, thank you, clerk. We have another payment.
And another payment, number 5.
Alderman Rapella.
Thank you very much, Alderman Sevenick. Vinton Construction Company of 2023-06. This is for the Jefferson Park Playground of $169,428.94. This is payment number 1.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded by Alderman Hammond. Corey, Commissioner, there's been a lot of talk about this on social media, even though I have not seen it, but I've had people call me about it. So can you address this so that the few people who do watch these meetings will know that we're not building a skateboard ramp there?
Or a quick trip, or coffee.
Or a quick trip or a coffee shop?
Yes. So as you have indicated, some people have seen some work going on at Jefferson Park. Part of the Jefferson Park remodel, I guess I would call it. We are adding a significant playground area where I think it was the West Ball Diamond used to be. There's a lot of grade change and slopes and different things like that as part of the overall design of the playground system. So the hill that you might see in some of the sidewalk and things leading into that, that's all for ADA access and different stuff like that. There will be some turf, there will be some landscape areas. It's my understanding that they are waiting on there's some large seat stones and things like that that are part of the landscaping. They're waiting on that stuff, and hopefully that will be added this winter at some time.
All right, thank you. I believe it's still on the website if you want to see what that looks like. In fact, it's even in video form. So if the public would like to see what that may look like in the future, you can go to the Park and Recs Department website and view that video, and it's quite impressive. Anything further? We did take a motion? All right, roll call.
Motion carries 8-0.
All right, thank you for that. Next item, before we make a motion, I believe there is a recommended motion, so make sure you have that. And I would like for either Corey or Laura to address this. This is something a little different.
Yep. What we have here is looking for a motion for the staff to enter into an agreement with Laser Utility Locating. This is to assist with doing diggers hotline locates throughout the city. So currently the city has sanitary sewer, storm sewer, and a small percentage of city-owned electric. So this would be doing the diggers hotline, locating the painting on the street or grass or things of that nature.
Okay.
So I'd like to make a recommendation, the motion to recommend to Common Council to enter into a diggers hotline locate agreement with Laser Utility Locating, LLC, commencing January 3rd, 2024, for a term of 5 years.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion been made and seconded, and I think Ted's going to ask the question I was going to ask. Go ahead, Ted.
Okay, you're a numbers guy, Stan, aren't you?
Yes, you
Okay.
are.
So question, Corey, what's the cost then if I'm a resident in the city of Menasha and I want this diggers hotline to come out to my house? Is it free as it is?
For residents or the contractor calling, it is free.
Okay,
It is the utility's responsibility to locate, have their own located or owned utility located. And then as the city in Menasha Utilities, we pay a fee to be a member of Diggers Hotline to receive tickets and things of that nature. So you as a resident call into Diggers Hotline, the 811 number, go online. Because we're a member, we receive the ticket for Ted Grotti at X address to plant flowers in your front yard or put a mailbox in or whatever.
That'll happen.
And this is an insurance for our utility. It protects our utility, so anybody can't just bore through a storm sewer, bore through a sanitary sewer. They have to have our utilities located, and this is our buy-in to make sure that our utility is protected by being able to market.
okay. So you more or less said you get compensated from this city, this LLC?
No,
No, nothing.
No.
There's no money exchange or anything
well, we would be
here.
paying them to
You
do
are.
the actual marking on the street.
Okay, so you're paying them to do that, so then that's going to be in a budgetary, that's not
It is.
something like you don't do now.
It
You
is
don't-
in the budget.
Yeah, okay, so that part. So I don't know if Chairman Severnick had more to add on the costing of it, but that answered my question.
But we don't pay that. It's the utilities that pays that, I thought.
Well, like the storm sewer utility
That
pays
might,
it.
sure.
The sanitary sewer
Okay.
utility pays it.
Gotcha. The only thing I might have to add is there a reason why 5 years? Is it just the general practice?
It's their general practice when
Okay.
we had reached out to them.
Alderman Rappel, you have
Thank you. Yes, I'll chime in as well. I've had Diggers Hotline come to my house for gas light or whatever, a telephone line. I pay nothing. So the city is compensating the Laser Utility Locating LLC for doing this work, Corey, is that correct? So the city pays them. The homeowner, which I have not paid a dime to Diggers Hotline, but the city
Correct.
would pay to do this.
Because the owner of the utility is responsible to market.
Okay,
This is a contract to mark the utility.
got it.
And I'm going to add to that, not to grab the mic from you, but TDS, they came in.
Yes.
If you call in a locate and there's a TDS fiber in front of your home, TDS pays somebody to take care of their locating of their utility. Menasha Utilities, for any electric, they pay to have their utility located as well. So you're paying, the owner of the utility, as Corey stated, pays for the utility to be marked, to protect their utility from being damaged during construction. If that explains it.
And that's kind of what you meant by insurance, you know.
Correct. It's an insurance to protect our utilities.
Anything further? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I guess that's how we're going to handle it. That was unanimous. So anyways, seeing that we have no further business, I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn by Alderman Rapella. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Nichols. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned. Good evening.